You're not worried about what's happening. You're worried about what might. You replay old failures like they hold a secret. You rehearse tragedies that haven't even happened yet, and you call that being prepared. But is it? Or is it a slow form of self-destruction? 2,000 years ago, the Stoics taught that fear is often the misuse of imagination. And nearly 100 years ago, Dale Carnegie gave us a modern version of that wisdom, not for ancient philosophers, but for everyday people, worried workers, anxious dreamers, burned-out thinkers. His book wasn't just advice, it was a rescue mission. Today, we break it down, not just what Carnegie said, but what the Stoics already knew, and how to finally stop living in fear of what you can't control. If this speaks to you already, take a second to support the channel. A like helps this video reach someone else who might need it today. And if you want more weekly insights blending Stoic wisdom with real-life struggles, subscribe. We're building a space for thinkers who feel deeply and want to live freely. Worry isn't just a mental habit, it's a worldview. It tells you, you must control everything, or you will suffer. But that's not life, that's war with reality, and reality always wins. Carnegie understood this. His book wasn't written from an ivory tower. It was written for people drowning in anxiety during the Great Depression and World War II. People who lost jobs, spouses, health, and were still expected to keep going. His lessons aren't just self-help. They're a path to emotional stoicism, a way to navigate life with sanity, strength, and presence. The first principle is this: live in day-tight compartments. Shut the iron doors on the past and the future. Live in day-tight compartments. In other words, you only live in one day at a time. That's all the control you have. That's all you'll ever need. Worry begins when we time travel. We replay the past, mistakes, embarrassments, regrets, or we spiral into the future. What ifs, what then, what now? But the Stoics remind us, the past is dead. The future is unwritten. The present is the only place where virtue and peace can exist. Marcus Aurelius said, confine yourself to the present. And Carnegie said the same, in everyday language. Next, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Carnegie says the way to conquer worry is to face it. Visualize the worst-case scenario, accept it, then improve on it. It sounds strange, but this is ancient Stoic practice. Epictetus and Seneca called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evil. It's not pessimism, it's preparation. Instead of resisting uncertainty, Stoics invite it in, so they're never shocked by it. Once you accept the worst outcome, worry loses its grip. Now you're dealing with facts. Now you can act. The third principle is simple: keep busy. But Carnegie didn't mean distraction. He meant constructive motion, doing something meaningful with your hands, your mind, your energy. The best way to forget your problems is to get busy with something worthwhile. Marcus Aurelius wrote, do what is necessary, nothing more. Purpose over paralysis, activity with intent. That's how you starve worry. When your time is spent building, serving, learning, your thoughts have less space for spiraling. Next, don't saw sawdust. You can't undo what's already done. You can't unsay what's been said. You can't relive a moment that's gone. So why keep trying? This is Carnegie's way of saying what the Stoics lived by. What's done belongs to fate. What's now belongs to you. Worrying over the irreversible is like running on a treadmill made of glass. All it does is break under pressure. Let go. You're not a prisoner of the past unless you chain yourself to it. Another lesson. No one kicks a dead dog. It sounds harsh, but here's what Carnegie meant. If you're being criticized, judged, or mocked, It means you're visible. It means you matter. Unjust criticism, he said, is often a disguised compliment. People rarely criticize what they don't notice. And if they're noticing you, you're doing something. Epictetus said, if someone speaks ill of you, live so that no one believes them. Let people talk. Let them misunderstand you. You control your actions, not their opinions. And here's the twist Carnegie and the Stoics would both offer you. The problem isn't worry. The problem is your belief that worry helps, that it protects you, that it prepares you, that it means you care. But most worry is ego in disguise. It's the illusion that if you just think hard enough, plan long enough, stress deep enough, you can prevent pain. You can't, but you can respond with strength, with clarity, with peace. And that's all Stoicism ever asked of us. Worry is a misuse of your life force. It's a fire you feed with attention. Stop feeding it. Today, try this. Write down the thing you've worried about most this week, then ask, is it in my control? Have I accepted the worst? Can I act on it today? If not, let it go. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. If this gave you something to reflect on, consider liking the video. It tells the algorithm this message matters. Subscribe if you want weekly content that feeds the mind and strengthens the spirit. And tell us in the comments, what's the one thing you're done worrying about? You don't have to live on fire anymore. You were meant for peace. Until next time, stay grounded.